Pine Gap, situated in the remote desert of central Australia near Alice Springs, is an installation shrouded in intrigue. Officially known as the Joint Defence Facility Pine Gap, it is primarily used for satellite surveillance and operates as a collaboration between the Australian and United States governments. The facility's central function involves the collection of a wide array of signals intelligence, SIGINT, and providing early warning of ballistic missile launches. Established during the Cold War in 1970, Pine Gap has grown to become one of the most critical intelligence facilities globally. It's home to a large number of radomes, which protect the sensitive satellite dishes from environmental elements and disguise their direction and purpose. The facility is strategically significant due to its location, which allows for the monitoring of a large portion of the Eastern Hemisphere. The secrecy surrounding Pine Gap has fueled numerous theories about its true purpose. Some speculate it is involved in global surveillance as part of the Echelon network, and others suggest it plays a role in drone strikes. The base's operations are so classified that even the highest-ranking Australian politicians have limited knowledge of what goes on inside. Moreover, Pine Gap's role in international espionage and surveillance has made it a focal point for protests and criticism, particularly from anti-war activists and those concerned about privacy and the extent of international surveillance by governments. The Jiangsu National Security Education Museum, located in Nanjing, China, is a unique and highly restricted institution. Opened in 2009, it is dedicated to the history of Chinese intelligence and espionage. What makes this museum particularly intriguing is that it's closed to foreign visitors, a policy that's rare for a museum and heightens its air of secrecy. The museum's exhibits reportedly include a wide array of spy gadgets and tools used by Chinese intelligence over the years. These include items like cipher machines, concealed weapons, and surveillance equipment. The museum also documents stories of espionage involving China, highlighting the skills and tactics of Chinese spies. One of the most interesting aspects of the museum is its educational role in promoting patriotism and intelligence awareness among Chinese citizens. It offers insight into the techniques used in modern espionage and the importance of state secrets. The exclusion of foreigners is explained as a measure to protect sensitive information, though this policy has led to speculation about what is inside its walls. The Jiangsu National Security Education Museum stands as a testament to the world of espionage and intelligence. It underscores the importance of these practices in national security, while also maintaining a veil of secrecy about China's own intelligence practices and capabilities. For those interested in the art of spying and the history of intelligence, this museum, albeit off-limits to many, represents a fascinating and secretive piece of global espionage history. Delving into the depths beneath Russia's bustling capital city, Moscow, lies a subject of intense intrigue and speculation: the Metro 2. Alleged to be a secret underground metro system, Metro 2 is said to run parallel to the public Moscow Metro. The existence of this clandestine network, also known by the codename D6, is shrouded in mystery and closely intertwined with the Soviet-era's secrecy. According to various sources, including reported testimonies from former Soviet officials, Metro 2 was constructed during Stalin's reign. It was intended as an emergency escape route for Soviet leaders and as a strategic military transport line connecting key government and administrative buildings like the Kremlin, the Federal Security Service, FSB headquarters, and various military installations. The scope and scale of Metro 2, as described by those who claim to have seen it, are astonishing. It is said to be deeper and more extensive than the public metro, with some estimates suggesting it lies 200 meters underground. The system is believed to include multiple lines, fully equipped living quarters, and command and control centers that could serve as a bunker in the event of a nuclear war. Despite these fascinating details, the Russian government has neither confirmed nor denied the existence of Metro 2, and tangible evidence of this subterranean system remains elusive. If real, Metro 2 exemplifies the lengths to which governments go in preparing for worst-case scenarios and maintaining continuity during crises. Located in the Nevada desert, Area 51 has become synonymous with UFOs and alien conspiracy theories. This highly classified U.S. Air Force facility, also known as Groom Lake or Homey Airport, has been the epicenter of extraterrestrial speculation for decades. The US government's long-standing refusal to acknowledge its existence, only officially doing so in 2013, has only fueled public curiosity and conspiracy theories. Area 51's history is rooted in aviation and weapons testing. It was originally established as a testing site for the U-2 spy plane during the Cold War. However, its remote location and top-secret status made it a fertile ground for UFO and alien folklore. The facility gained significant public attention in the late 1980s when Bob Lazar, a self-proclaimed physicist, claimed he worked at Area 51 reverse engineering alien spacecraft. Although Lazar's claims have been widely discredited, they have had a lasting impact on the site's mythology. The theories about Area 51 range from the storage and examination of crashed alien spacecraft, including materials from Roswell, to meetings and collaborations with extraterrestrials. The so-called Area 51 raid event, sparked as a joke on social media in 2019, brought the site back into the public eye, with millions expressing interest in storming the base to see them aliens. Despite the wild speculation, experts suggest that Area 51 continues to serve as a testing ground for advanced military technology. The secrecy surrounding the facility is likely more about protecting sensitive military and intelligence activities rather than hiding extraterrestrial secrets. Nonetheless, Area 51 remains a potent symbol of the unknown and a central piece of UFO folklore, captivating imaginations worldwide. Nestled beneath the elegant Greenbrier Resort in West Virginia lies a secret that was kept hidden for over 3 decades. This secret is a massive underground bunker designed during the Cold War to serve as a refuge for the United States Congress in case of a nuclear attack. Constructed in the late 1950s and completed in 1961, the bunker was a feat of engineering and secrecy, maintaining its cover as a top-secret government facility until it was exposed by a journalist in 1992. The bunker, codenamed Project Greek Island, was equipped to accommodate the members of Congress and their staff for up to 60 days in the event of a nuclear fallout. Spanning over 112,000 square feet, it featured decontamination chambers, a power plant, water purification systems, a clinic with operating rooms, dormitories, a cafeteria, and even a chamber designed to replicate the House of Representatives and Senate floors. The facility was maintained in a constant state of readiness by government employees working undercover as hotel audiovisual technicians. What makes the Greenbrier bunker particularly fascinating is how it was hidden in plain sight. The resort guests were unaware of its existence, as it was cleverly concealed beneath the West Virginia wing of the hotel. After its decommissioning, the bunker has been repurposed as a data storage facility and is now open for tours, allowing visitors to glimpse into a once top-secret aspect of America's Cold War history. Plunging to depths of over 36,000 feet, the Mariana Trench is the deepest known point in Earth's oceans. Located in the western Pacific Ocean, this mysterious underwater canyon is deeper than Mount Everest is tall. Its deepest point, known as the Challenger Deep, is a realm of crushing pressure, pitch darkness, and extreme cold, making it one of the most inhospitable places on the planet. Exploration of the Mariana Trench has been limited due to the extreme conditions. Only a handful of manned and unmanned missions have successfully reached its depths. The first successful manned descent was made by Jacques Piccard and Don Walsh in the bathyscaphe Trieste in 1960. More recently, film director James Cameron made a solo dive in 2012 in the Deep-Sea Challenger submersible. The trench is a unique ecological hotspot, home to an array of bizarre and uniquely adapted species. These include giant amoebas, bioluminescent organisms, and otherworldly creatures like the snailfish, which have evolved to withstand the immense pressure. The trench also plays a crucial role in Earth's carbon cycle, with organic matter from the surface sinking to its depths, where it is consumed by bacteria. The Mariana Trench remains a focus for scientific research, offering insights into the limits of life on Earth and the processes governing deep-sea ecosystems. Each expedition brings new discoveries, shedding light on this dark, mysterious, and largely unexplored frontier of our planet. The Mount Weather Emergency Operations Center, located in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, is a facility that has piqued the public's curiosity and concern since its existence became widely known in the 1970s. This extensive complex, spanning over 564 acres, serves as a major relocation site for US government and military officials in case of a national disaster or nuclear war. Its primary role is to ensure the continuity of government operations under the most extreme conditions. Constructed in the late 1950s, Mount Weather is designed to be self-sufficient in emergencies. The facility includes an independent power supply, a water treatment plant, a hospital, dining and living accommodations, and even its own fire and police department. The centerpiece of the complex is the underground bunker, which is said to be capable of withstanding a nuclear blast. The bunker is equipped with state-of-the-art communication systems, allowing it to function as a command center. Mount Weather is also home to the National Emergency Coordination Center, operated by the Federal Emergency Management Agency. In times of national crises such as the September 11th attacks, key government personnel are evacuated to Mount Weather to continue essential functions. The secrecy surrounding Mount Weather, combined with its critical role in national security, has led to various conspiracy theories and speculations about its capabilities and operations. However, the US government maintains that the facility's primary purpose is to ensure the stability and continuity of government in the face of major disasters. In the realm of UFO enthusiasts and those intrigued by the extraterrestrial, few names stand out as much as Bob Lazar. This unassuming figure burst onto the public scene in the late 1980s, presenting a narrative that would challenge the general consensus on UFOs and spark countless debates.
Flying saucers, flying discs.
Bob Lazar wasn't always synonymous with UFO lore. In fact, by profession, he was a physicist. According to his own account, he was hired to work in a secret section of Area 51, the United States' most infamous and secretive military base. The facility, named S4, supposedly housed projects that were not just top secret, but also otherworldly. The essence of Lazar's story revolves around his claims that he was recruited to work on a project involving the reverse engineering of alien technology. He described a scenario where human scientists, like himself, were attempting to understand and replicate the advanced technological marvels that were purportedly recovered from extraterrestrial visitors. This wasn't just about stealth aircraft or advanced weaponry. This was technology from the stars. Bob Lazar's revelation was more than just a personal account. It was a challenge to the US government's stance on UFOs. It was a direct claim that they not only knew about these visitors, but had tangible physical proof of their existence. To some, Lazar became a hero, a whistleblower lifting the veil on one of the biggest cover-ups in human history. To others, he was seen as a hoaxer, weaving an intricate tale for attention or perhaps other motivations. Over the years, his credibility has been both supported and attacked, with factors such as his alleged educational background and employment history becoming points of contention. However, whether one believes in the veracity of his story or not, Bob Lazar's impact on the world of UFO research and popular culture is undeniable. He opened a Pandora's box of questions, many of which remain unanswered to this day. One of the most compelling parts of Bob Lazar's story revolves around his description of a fleet of 9 flying saucers. These weren't just models or simulations. Lazar claimed that these were actual extraterrestrial craft stored at the S4 facility near Area 51. Each of these saucers, according to Lazar, had its own unique design and size, suggesting either different alien civilizations or various models from one advanced extraterrestrial race. The craft were not just for observation either. Lazar stated that he was given limited access to one particular craft, which he codenamed Sport Model. This saucer was sleek and smooth, shaped like a classic UFO, and had an interior that appeared both organic and biomechanical. Inside the Sport Model, Lazar described the absence of any traditional human-designed controls like buttons, switches or levers. Instead, the craft was operated by a series of molded seats and panels that seemed to respond directly to touch and intention. Everything about its build suggested that it wasn't constructed for human physiology. The absence of right angles, the seamless nature of its construction, and the smooth metallic surfaces all hinted at an engineering knowledge far surpassing our current understanding. More intriguingly, Lazar claimed that these craft utilized a propulsion system that was not just advanced, but entirely alien to our current scientific understanding. He talked of a power source referred to as Element 115, which was used to generate gravity waves, allowing the saucers to essentially fall in the direction they wanted to travel. This method of propulsion, if true, would revolutionize our understanding of physics and space travel. But where did these craft come from? Lazar didn't claim to know their exact origins, but he did suggest they were part of a long-standing back-engineering project by the US government, the aim to decipher the technology for potential military and scientific applications. Throughout his many interviews, the consistent nature of Bob's descriptions about these 9 mysterious crafts has been a cornerstone for many of his believers. It either lends credibility to his tale or showcases a deeply intricate and unwavering commitment to his narrative. Regardless of where one stands on the spectrum of belief, the story of the 9 saucers is undoubtedly one of the most fascinating pieces of UFO lore in the modern era. Bob Lazar's tales from his alleged time at the S4 facility delve into more than just descriptions of physical craft. They provide a glimpse into technology that, by his account, defies our current scientific understanding. One of the core tenets of Lazar's revelations is that the propulsion systems of these extraterrestrial craft operated on principles that we have yet to fully grasp in terrestrial science. He frequently spoke of element 115, which at the time of his initial disclosures had not been synthesized or identified in the periodic table. This element, according to Lazar, served as the fuel for these spacecraft. It's not merely about using it as a source of energy, but it's the manner in which it supposedly manipulated gravity that stands out. The crafts didn't just fly in our conventional sense, they generated their own gravitational fields, allowing them to warp and bend space-time. This mode of travel would mean that rather than moving through space, space itself would move around the craft. But how can one even begin to control gravity, a force we're only beginning to understand? Lazar described devices within the craft known as gravity amplifiers. These, combined with the use of element 115, were said to produce a gravitational wave focused by 3 distinct cylindrical structures underneath the craft. The implication here is significant. Mastering gravity would open up possibilities not only for space travel, but also for how we understand the very fabric of the universe. Furthermore, the craft's interiors, as per Lazar's account, were just as enigmatic. Without conventional controls or recognizable interfaces, it's postulated that the craft might have had a direct connection with its pilot, suggesting a biomechanical or even telepathic mode of operation. The cockpit of the sport model craft he detailed was devoid of sharp angles, and everything seemed to be molded from a singular seamless material. This design approach raises questions about the manufacturing techniques of these supposed extraterrestrial civilizations. How can a civilization craft object without seams, joints, or evident assembly lines? The truly intriguing aspect of Lazar's claim was that, at the time he made it, element 115 did not exist on the periodic table. It was a supposed material with properties that sounded straight out of a science fiction novel. Skeptics quickly seized upon this, using it as fodder to debunk Lazar's tales. However, in a twist of scientific advancement, the element was synthesized in labs in 2003 and added to the periodic table, known as moscovium. However, it's crucial to point out a significant difference between Lazar's claims and the scientifically synthesized version of the element. The element 115 produced in laboratories is highly unstable, decaying rapidly, and not showing any of the marvelous gravitational properties described by Lazar. Lazar anticipated this discrepancy, asserting that the stable form of element 115, the one with the unique properties he described, was likely found in regions of the universe with different star production mechanisms than our own. Bob Lazar's discussions on element 115 serve as a linchpin to his broader narrative. While the scientific community's version doesn't directly validate his claims, its very existence provides a tantalizing hint that there's still much about the universe we don't understand. Whether you view Lazar as a whistleblower or a fabricator, discussions surrounding element 115 demonstrate the fascinating interplay between fringe claims and mainstream science. As the years have passed, debates have raged over the validity of Lazar's claims. Yet, his consistent and detailed accounts of technology beyond our understanding continue to fuel discussions in both scientific and UFO enthusiast circles. Whether one views him as a whistleblower or a storyteller, The tales he has spun serve as a captivating exploration of what might be possible beyond the limits of our current knowledge. In the dynamic world of UFO stories, testimonies, and whistleblowers, it's not uncommon for accounts to evolve, get embellished, or even get retracted as the years roll by. Yet there stands Bob Lazar, a singular figure whose story has remained consistent since it first broke into the public consciousness in the late 1980s. What adds weight to Lazar's claims isn't just the detail in his revelations, but the unyielding consistency with which he's presented them, irrespective of the audience or the format, be it radio interviews, documentaries, or casual conversations. From the moment Lazar came forward with his astonishing claims about extraterrestrial technology at Area 51's S4 site, skepticism surrounded his narrative. Critics and debunkers came out in droves, armed with a myriad of reasons to dismiss Lazar's claims. They cited a lack of concrete evidence, questioned his educational and professional background, and often painted him as a fabricator seeking fame or financial gain. However, in the face of such overwhelming scrutiny, where many would falter or revise their statements, Lazar's central narrative about the alien crafts, their propulsion systems, and the secret workings of S4 have stayed the same. Time, as they say, is the best judge. Over the 3 decades since Lazar's claims were made, certain aspects of his story have received unintentional validation. The existence of Element 115, once a crucial but fantastical part of his tale, became a reality when scientists officially added it to the periodic table in 2003. While our synthesized version of the element differs from Lazar's descriptions and its stability is fleeting, its very discovery gives pause to even the most ardent skeptics. Lastly, it's worth noting the personal cost to Lazar. Coming forward with such a narrative, true or not, puts one in the crosshairs of public opinion and often personal and professional alienation. Lazar has expressed on numerous occasions his regret about coming forward and the impact it had on his personal life. If his objective was fame or financial gain, one would expect him to double down, to produce more claims, to keep himself in the spotlight. Yet Lazar did the opposite. He receded from the limelight, rarely giving interviews, and maintained his initial tale. This behavior contrasts sharply with those who spin stories for personal gain. It begs the question, why would someone maintain a hoax for over 3 decades, especially when the personal toll is so high? And as always, thanks for watching.